Hey everybody, Bunny Flocks here. Welcome to this week's Tool Tuesday. What I wanted to talk to you guys about this week was TMUX. If you've ever watched an IPSEC video while he's doing his Hack the Box tutorials, you'll realize or recognize that he uses a particular program called TMUX when opening multiple terminal windows, terminal sessions, and panels. And he's so quick with it. You know, he's very efficient, but he does it in a way that's really fast, but he knows how to get around and use his screen space very well. So TMUX is a simple tool when you're using multiple terminals instead of opening multiple terminals and having to shift through windows and find certain sessions that you're working on. You can have everything nice and neat in one terminal as long as you know how to navigate. I believe it comes native to Kali. So real quick, how to open it or start a TMUX terminal is just type TMUX. I'm sure there's a way to make it your default shell, but for these purposes, we're not gonna dive into that. I'm just gonna show you how to open it up, use it, and then see if you like it. If you don't like it, you don't have to use it. But if you do like it, then hopefully this video will give you some insight onto that. Alright, so first things first, let's get some basics out the way. When you're using TMUX, something that's really important, in order to actually use any of the special commands, at least for the default anyway, you want to use, so it uses what's called a prefix key and then a command key. The prefix key allows you to basically let or tell TMUX that you want to do something other than type in the terminal, in the shell, and then the command key is the command. So the default prefix key, and this is configurable, but the default prefix key is Control B. So what you want to do is hit the Control button and the B letter key at the same time, and that tells TMUX you're ready for a command key, and then you enter the command key to do whatever it is you want to do. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to open up a second pane, a vertical pane. So that's going to be Control B and then a pause, and then you're going to hit the percentage key. Obviously you have to hit Shift and 5. So there's some getting used to as far as how this works, but I'm going to show you how that works now. So you want to do Control B and then Shift 5, and that opens up a pane. Now once you're in this pane, you can type whatever you want, but in order to jump back and forth from left to right, it's not the left or right arrow, because obviously that is using the left or right arrow in this pane will let you navigate your commands. To jump back to the left pane, you'll have to do Control B again and hit the arrow. So as you can see, there's going to be some type of learning curve. You have to always use your prefix and then your command key in order to do something. So we showed you how to open up a right pane. Now I'm going to show you how to open up a bottom pane or the horizontal pane. So that's going to be again Control B, and you're going to do your single quote or double quote actually. So obviously that's Shift and the quote button, and that opens up a horizontal pane in the pane that you were just in. And again, for navigating the different panes, it's always Control B and the arrow keys. Oops. So Control B. Well, yeah, like I said, it takes some getting used to. Control B, left. Let's say you want to go back right, and then up. There we go. Even I need some practice. So you can see how it's going to take some getting used to. So I'm going to close the right pane here. And to do that, there's two ways. Well, I'm going to show you both. You can type exit, or you can do the prefix key here is Control D. So instead of Control B and a command, you just hit Control and the letter D at the same time. And so we're back at square one. Now, if you watch IPSEC's videos, he'll usually his first window, he'll have multiple windows, and his first window will most likely be his VPN to hack the box. His second window will be maybe his Nmap scans, and then from as he goes through the videos, he'll open multiple windows for whatever purposes he's doing. Now, to open or to create a new window, That's real simple. That's basically control your prefix and your command control B and then the letter C. And so if you see at the bottom of that green bar, we have 0. Well, the first window is 0 bash, and the second window is 1 bash. And then you also notice if you watch his videos, he tends to change depending on the purpose for what he's working on. He changes the window really quick, or he'll change the name of the window to nmap or SQL map or whatever it is he's working on. In order to change the window title, you want to do Control B and then the comma. And then it's gonna allow you to rename the window that you're currently using, and all you have to do is type it in here and then hit enter, obviously. So I'm gonna call this nmap for fun, and then you see it just changed that window from bash to nmap. And then as you notice, he does this all the time. He opens up many windows, and they'll have different purposes. He might even split them, if he's doing something or not. And so it makes your workflow efficient if you learn these keystrokes at an efficient pace. You can obviously do many things within the terminal window without actually having to use the mouse, click around, or waste time trying to find a session or a terminal shell that you were working on. So let me I'm going to create a few more windows just so I can show you how to switch back and forth between each one. So again, it's going to be Control B and C for a new window, and I'll just make a few of these. Okay, so we have 5 windows now. Let's say you want to jump from window to window. This is pretty simple. All you have to do is Control B, the prefix, and then the number, and then it'll take you to the number of the window. And if you look down at the bottom, you can see the little star symbol next to the 3. I just changed from 4 to 3. Now I'll change from 3 to 1 using, again, Control B and the number 1. And you see that's how you switch from windows. I don't have anything in the terminal, so it's kind of hard to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to window 0. I'm going to rename this OpenVPN, OpenVPN. All right, and in here I'm going to connect to Hack the Box via my VPN key that was given to me or configured for me. A lot of you may recognize this command, OpenVPN. Can't type today. Okay, so this is my connection to Hack the Box. I'm VPN'd in. Now I'm done with this window. There's nothing here for me to do again. Obviously, I don't want to close it. So what I'm going to do is switch over to the next window, which is 1, or what I would use for my nmap scans. Now I'm in the nmap window, and from here I can nmap to whatever. So you can see you get the flow. Again, it is a learning curve. It is fun. It does make you more efficient once you just get these commands. I know there's ways to change the config file to make the keys work better for you. If Control B isn't working for you particularly, or you would like to change the keys, you obviously can do that. There's much more you can do, but again, this is just a high overview of how to use TMUX. You can do the Control B and then a question mark, and it'll give you a list of commands, sort of like the man pages of the other normal Linux commands. So I'll do a Control B and then a question mark, and here it gives you a slew of information, prefix keys, and you could take your own time and look at these. But that was pretty much the basics of TMUX. We talked about how to open new windows, how to rename them, how to switch between them, and then we also talked about opening or splitting horizontally and vertically in a window, opening up different panels, which is useful for, again, trying to have multiple shells or sessions open on the same screen, so you don't have to jump back between windows. And there you have it. This was a real quick one today. I'm out of town this week, so that's why it's quick. But please stay tuned next Tuesday for another Tool Tuesday. I want to thank you. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Thanks.